I'm still going to try that one tonight. I'm going to leave it out here in gold. That'll probably be the one that's fucked. That's why it hasn't done its fizzy bomb explosimus. But oh well, at least I know my canning isn't too bad. Fermentation had finished. I think it was that kind of like secondary fermentation bit of putting one of those carbonation drops in each can. I think I'll probably just go, I won't do that in future. I'll just naturally can it and then let it just finish itself off, as it were. Quick video, post-mortem, the surviving can of the 4. It feels firm. Let's see. This is where I get showered in fucking beer, innit? Oh, well, it had a fizz. Doesn't look too bad. So this is that Teddy Hopper, Heady Topper. Well, I think we can certainly say it's carbonated. I shall, I'm going to let that just settle, and then I'm going to pour one from the tap. Colour is fine. Head is fine. And, well, the head, this is the head off the tap. And this is the head out of the can. Definitely carbonated nicely in the can. It's carbonated really nicely in the keg. But the question is, in actual fact, you know, the canned one looks a little bit clearer. It's not supposed to be clear. The question is taste. Let's have a go. I hate that conceited thing of saying that is beautiful, but fuck me, that's beautiful. And I'd love to take all the credit for reproducing Heady Topper, but I had a little bit of help from possibly the best possible person on the planet to give me help with it, but I'm not allowed to say. But dude, what can I say? Right, so this is now, so that's the can. This is off the tap. Oh, that's lovely. Now, my concern with canning was twofold. One was going to be about the carbonisation, conditioning in the can, because I took it straight out of the keg after having just kegged it. In other words, it hadn't been carbonated. So tonight's going to be a right old night, isn't it? Look at this, starting with a couple of 8%ers. So that was my two concerns about the can. 3 concerns about the can were carbonisation, conditioning, whether or not I'd get a really good enough seal, and whether or not I'd get any oxidisation. Oxidation in a beer like this kills it dead instantly. And this is why I just don't do beer mail. I don't send beer mail out. I sent beer mail. I think the only beer mail I've sent odd little bits, which I knew was okay, to people like Johnny at Brew Keg Tap, and I sent a few other people odd little things. I sent one to Timmy. Everyone sends beer to Timmy. It's fucking oxidised. So I just kind of like knocked my confidence for sending beer out. But I'm okay now. Once I get this, that is fucking bang on. That is bang on. And immediately tasting that, oh. I think that's probably going to be the closest clone I'm ever going to get to Heady Topper. So when I sent that can of Heady Topper last year, not even knowing that it was supposed to be one of the best beers in the world or whatever, I didn't know. Nobody tells you that sort of thing, do they? And then sending an email saying, fucking hell, that's an amazing beer, and then getting an email back saying, well, yeah, we know, people have told us that. Anyway, that has led to me actually brewing it, and that, even just looking, smelling and then tasting that, I'm back drinking from that can that really blew me away. And had I have known, I'd have kept the fucking can. We got it crushed in one of the black bags somewhere. But I'm okay. I'm happy that I can now can the can. Right, a song about that. I'm good. I'm good with it. I just need to refine that a bit about stopping the fucker exploding, and I think I'll be there. That's the canning machine, by the way. Yes, that's the canning machine. And by the way, there's a couple of big tubs of hops from Callum that we're aging to do the lambic. But this, my two massive successes, I think, or four now massive successes this year. First was the Flower Child, which is Will Mayer's beer from Cambridge Brewing. Will held my hand through that, gave me a couple of really seriously invaluable kind of like little tips on practice, encouraged me to get my efficiency right, because it was a little bit shit. Well, it's a lot bit shit. Now I'm hitting the numbers, I'm exceeding. My basic efficiency is fucking brilliant. The Heady Topper, again with some help from people who know. And then the two recent ones are the Happy Ending, which I must edit that video together, because that's upstairs now, massively hopped but also massively sweetly malty. And then the Bernie's, I've got the Bernie Saunders yeast, or the Saunders yeast from the malt miller. I think probably in March, or something. It's a long time ago. That has turned out to be an absolutely stonking brew. That noise is Marley being fed. So that turned out to be a stonking brew. The Happy Ending's a stonking brew. So it's kind of like coming together. But this, when I found those exploded cans, I have to admit, I did very nearly shed a tear. But I'm happy that my canning is going to work, and I'll just prime it with a lot less, an awful lot less, or even not bother priming it. I wasn't worried about the oxidation. The way I purged the cans with CO2, literally by having a tap into an empty corny keg hooked up to the CO2. So all of this was doing was dispensing CO2 into the can, and then from the other tap I'd fill it and then straight onto the canning machine. That was all, and that seems to have worked. So I'm good with the cans. I'm going to start doing some bottles. Stewie posted a thing. Stewie Prince, hey up Stewie, hang on, just him, right? Posted a link or posted a picture of a bottling system, counter pressure bottling system. I've tried two different counter pressure bottling systems. One similar to the Blickman. I've tried just the carbonation cap on PET bottles. So he posted this thing about this other, I can't remember what it's called now. So I've ordered one of those. So I'm going to try getting my storage in bottles and cans better, rather than always just relying on kegs. I fucking love kegs. They are just, they are the only real way for me, I think, in terms of brewing, but difficult to post. I'll stick one of those in the post to Timmy. Anyway, so get in there. Happy-ish. Sorry, another long video, but I was really, after earlier, I was just so dejected finding those exploded cans. I didn't know whether to cry or just dive into the other fridge over there with the shop bought beers. But now I'm happy. That is good, and it's such a shame that those other three went, because I was really looking forward to sending one over to Will, one over to another person, shall we say, and giving one to Chris. But fuck it, there you go. these things, this is all a learning journey. It's all, for me, a learning circle, because I always end up back in the shit. But yeah, that's the way it goes. Happy brewing, happy Saturday night. God, I'm going to be fucking slaughtered by the end of all this. But after all, that is why I brew it. Cheers, boys and girls. If you like this crap, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. Click the like thing, because then it makes me feel a little bit loved. And tick the bell for the announcements, the ringy bell, and then you'll be informed whenever I post more crap like this. Until next time, I love you all, and I'm now going to drink my heady topper, or as I'm calling it, Teddy Hopper, because I don't really want to, anyway. Cheers. Have a good weekend, guys.